Me ask you, because as you are dealing with this crisis, Elon Musk and DOGE, as you know, have been making cuts at the FAA. And I think a lot of people are wondering, have these cuts made this situation worse? Have they increased the challenges and the potential safety concerns?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in the safety mission of the FAA, like air traffic controllers, no one was cut. We actually have staffed up. We've hired more air traffic controllers during this time. There were probationary workers that were let go. Those are employees who were there less than a year, and again, we excluded the safety positions. Most of them have come back. So again, to say the FAA has 46,000 employees, and if you lost 350, is this affecting our safety mission? There's a lot of things the FAA does, but for us, safety is key. So no, we've retained all those safety positions.
You're saying some were fired, some were brought back. People will hear that, think it sounds a little bit chaotic. I guess the bottom line is, yeah, did Elon Musk ask you to cut air traffic controllers directly? So
listen, we were having a conversation about who do we preserve. And again, I wanted in those probationary employees to preserve air traffic controllers. We went back and forth, and Elon agreed, the president agreed. Of course you want to keep air traffic controllers. We're trying to hire more of them. But I think the key is, can your government be more efficient? We've had a massive expansion of government. You can actually be more efficient and still accomplish the mission of safety, which is what I think we can do. And we are doing that.
Did Elon Musk, though, initially ask you to cut air traffic controllers, and did you dispute that? No. Did you have a disagreement with him?
So Elon and I get along really well. He never called me and said, cut air traffic controllers. He would never do that. This was a broader conversation about what positions are going to be preserved, right? So if we're going to let probationary employees go, again, they're new employees. They just were hired on. Some might have been there for a month, some of them 10 months. It was the new employees that we were going to let go. Many of them have come back. But this is not the institutional knowledge of the FAA that's being let go. Elon Musk understands the importance of the airspace and the need to have good controllers. Actually, SpaceX launches through the airspace and the FAA. We want good controllers that know the airspace to navigate all the issues that come up.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.